Welcome back to Gnosis Tarot. This reading is for Cancer. We're working with the Shadow deck, Murder of the Crows. This reading is for Cancer. Cancer shadows. I ask the shadows to speak to Cancer. Holy shenanigans. My fault. What message of the shadow have for Cancer? Shadow message for Cancer, please. Give me 3 cards, shadow messages for Cancer. That's one. Judgment. Judgment. So judgy over there, Cancer. Goodness. Queen of Swords. Discernment. A shadow over your shoulder. Here we see her. She doesn't have the full mask on, just the schnoz. Cutting one's nose off to spite their face. Damn it, Cancer. Justice. Something says that you're very self-critical. Yeah, the itch of the pinky here. You're very, 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 very critical of yourself. And it almost manifests in a way that you don't show yourself to the world, but you're showing your criticized self. You judge yourself way too harshly. And in so doing, you see the world as judging you way too harshly. And it's a cycle. It's a cycle. You see, you have the judgment with the sword though, but this is justice, yes. The shadows are calling your attention to the way in which you make judgments of yourself and of others based upon past judgments that you have made on yourself or others. Let's see. Give it to me plainly. Plainly, I won't accept it otherwise. Seven of Wands. And all we have here is the self on the wand. Critic. Self-critic, criticizing yourself. You're up against yourself. You are your own worst critic. And it's in your head. When you see things, perhaps, I almost feel as if you're looking at the world through filters and lenses that were created under different times, different consequences, circumstances, situations, under different stars, different constellations altogether. And you have to understand that you are a world apart. From the truth, and you believe it all comes and goes together and tied into you, and which is accurate and true, but the worst parts, I think in some ways your expectations may be so high that you fall short of them, and mankind and everybody just falls short of them. But it starts and is rooted in your expectation. You're expecting judgment, so you're getting judged. I mean, the universe is giving you exactly what you're asking for. That's amazing. I dig it. Work on your approach. And I say that with regards to the way the cards just like spat all over the place. Consistently. They were, have something to say, but and claws. Okay. Let's see what advice the Crowley deck has. I think that's 3 cards, eh? My nose itched. Allergies. The Knight of Wands here. The Knight of Wands speaks to the conflict that you're encountering here. The Star. The Star speaks to the justice, the distance, the separation of self, the tending to self. And then Fortune speaks to the Judgment card. Speaks to all of it, actually. Obviously, all cards speak to all other cards. So, our cards of advice are look towards your past. Go into your past and look at the structures of your personal code, or like look towards your learned behavior with regards to judgment. Was there somebody that was constantly scrutinizing you? Was there constant scrutiny? Was there erratic emotions, or were there severe consequences? What in the past, with regards to a very fiery energy, judgmental fire? Who was a character in your past? Possibly. The Star speaks to the star that is in the Hermit's lamp. You know what the hell I'm talking about here. You know what the hell I'm talking about. And do you see how this cup is pouring? It's pouring down on her. It's going in and it's coming out. Do you see? Do you see the process here? It's the process in which you have accepted some narratives that were false. And you need to see yourself for the star that you are. The star in the Hermit's lamp. You've got it. You've got the answer. Go back in time and look at other people's reactions or their actions and how they affected you, and how Look at them now with an adult perspective and decide whether, look for the balance in it, and if there wasn't any, why, and go ahead and assign spite, negligence, assign those words and see it for what it was, but as it is now through your lens, as you can now see it differently with your adult's eyes, and see where this constant scrutiny or judgment came in. Here it is, the Wheel of Fortune. And then turn those events around. You can do it. You can do it. Because some of that shit was just what it was. Doesn't have to be anything other than what it was. You can decide whether it was right or wrong, and how that experience, those experiences are going to further affect you. Well, they're going to further affect you, but how are they going to manifest? How is it going to affect? Where is the effect going to take place? Consider also the way there are reflections and retractions and once this is understood, it's going to adjust your perspective in such a way that several mirrors in the mirror house are going to shift in such a way that you're just going to see your way through. But not until you come to understand what was acceptable, and how does that function or incorporate itself into my current state of being or my current state of action in this 3D. I'm not telling you to let anything go. I'm telling you to look at your beliefs, what you currently have with regards to your beliefs. And were those beliefs founded upon something solid, more solid as to the solidity that comes with a knowing in your adult presence, with your experience? Because all things are meant for you. All things are meant for you. So, yeah, you got this. You can do it. I believe in you. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you next time. See you soon. Like, subscribe. Those things are nice.